evening. I've been asked to tell you that the following show is very scary, with stuff that might give your kids nightmares. You see, there are some crybabies out there, religious types mostly, who might be offended. If you are one of them, I advise you to turn off your set now. Come on, I dare you. Chicken. Hey.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a very Halloween spectacular episode.
Spectacular.
Spooky.
Spirit fingers.
Of Three Idiots with a Mic. I don't remember what episode number per se this is. I'm a bad host.
This is not an episode. This is a special.
Sorry. As always, I'm your host, Branden. And
let's call it
me...
episode 666.
Ooh. Can you imagine if we ever do get to an episode 666? Jesus Christ. You have to be podcasting for a very long time to get to episode 666. Whatever. As always, the other two idiots, Louis.
Hey.
And filling in for William because he is on vacation is Zach.
I'm Zach.
Hey.
It's Zach.
It's me, Zach.
You've been promoted to one of the idiots.
Oh, it's an honor.
Not that that's a good thing, but, you know, for
no, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Don't diminish this.
And you know what? You get a little statue with Homer Simpson going, dope.
God. So how's everyone doing? Anybody have any plans for Halloween? I don't.
Fantabulous plans. We are going out with the kids. We're dressing them up. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. They actually have like a haunted drive-through tour that we want to do. Stuff like that. We've been watching a lot of horror movies lately.
Same.
I watched The Haunting of Bly Manor completely. We just finished watching it. So we'll be having a candlelit blowjob on that soon.
We'll talk about this off air. Like after the show, I want to talk to you before we do candlelit blood. But yeah. So have I. I've been watching a lot of, ironically, in the past week when I should have been doing this throughout the entirety of October. I watched a lot of horror stuff.
Oh yeah, same. But I go hard every October. This is my favorite time of year.
Is Halloween your favorite?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's my second favorite. I definitely have a soft spot for the Christmas.
Christmas is a quick second, but Halloween always takes precedent.
Yeah, I just like Christmas because everyone turns from an asshole to nice.
You see, that's a similar reason that I like Halloween. Is that everybody dresses up and watches horror movies. Like everybody acts like a Zach. Like everybody. Everybody gets as weird as I am all year for like one night, and it's wonderful.
It really is.
Not that we're going into our segments, but for the listeners, today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We are not having our normal...
Spooktacular.
Yeah, spooktacular. I don't know if that's a word. It might be.
It is now.
So each of us is bringing one horror movie, and we're reviewing it. Of course, William is not here, but... we did pre-record his movie, so it'll be
with
somewhere.
His ghost.
Exactly. So it'll be somewhere sprinkled in this episode. I don't know where Lewis was going to put it, but I wanted to ask you guys, what is a honorable mention horror movie that you didn't bring today, but you liked that you've seen recently? Or
I'm glad you asked. I was torn in two, actually.
Okay, all right.
Because I took the prompt in two directions. I was like, should I go with a horror movie that is streaming that recently impacted me, or should I go with something super Halloween-y? And the Rocky Horror Picture Show just dropped on Hulu.
It did? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Right, because Disney owns it, and they own Hulu. And so...
Wait, Disney owns Rocky Horror?
Yep.
Because they bought Fox.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so weird. It's such a weird world we live
in. Yeah. They were really chill about it. They re-released it to drive-ins a month or so ago. I hosted a screening of it.
Okay.
And so if obviously that's the only way that you can see it right now is at drive-ins and stuff like that. But if you haven't gotten a chance to watch it this year because of everything that's going on, it is on Hulu, and it is wonderful.
It's a must-watch. That's one of those. It's a staple to watch during Halloween time. If you don't watch it, there's something missing in your life.
I've seen the movie, of course. I've only seen it live once, and that was actually at the Spooky where I met you, Zach.
Yes, I was there too.
Yeah. We watched it, and it was cool. And me being the puss, the wuss that I am, I was
virgin.
like, they were like, oh, virgins. I'm like, I really don't want to be up there, but I do regret it. I would like to do it again, and that time I'll be like, yes, I haven't seen it in person because.
I love those shadow casts. I love the shadow casts. Oh my god, they're so wonderful.
There's such a dedication that goes into being able to recreate a movie movement for movement. It's really something.
Yeah. So the other movie, Zach, this is the one you're going to be reviewing. Is that you were torn between? Okay, gotcha. How about you, Lewis? What's your movie?
So I'm torn about an honorable mention right now because I want to steer into the skid with Zach's and say the sequel to Rocky Horror, Shock Treatment.
Shock Treatment. Oh, you're a Shock Treatment fan.
Glorious. Oh my god.
I've never seen Shock Treatment, so...
Oh, it's so much fun. And it's going to be a perfect segue into my movie that I'm going to be bringing to the table later on. But the one that I really want to bring up is one of my favorite fucking directors because it's one of my favorite franchises of all fucking time. This director directed Lord of the Rings, Frighteners, Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, and the one that I want to bring is Dead Fucking Alive, which...
go ahead.
Or Brain Dead. I'm sorry. Yes. So the official title was Brain Dead. But this is just one of those fucking fun horror films where it doesn't take itself serious. The tagline of the fucking movie is goriest movie ever made. And it has a fucking skull and a little baby penetrating the skull.
Wait, you mean to tell me that's streaming somewhere?
No, it's not streaming anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I was about to ask.
No, I had to buy a copy of it, but that's why it's an honorable mention. It's not like the actual review. Okay. I really wanted to. I love that movie, and I made Naomi watch it for the first time.
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, hey, what am I marrying?" Because I would laugh every time the greaser got freaking the little body parts and the lungs when they start praying. I'm like, oh.
Lord. Actually, I was gonna ask you: is the Frighteners streaming on anywhere?
It is not actually.
Oh,
I know.
I like the Frighteners. Frighteners is spoopy.
That's a fun one, man.
And I've not seen his early stuff. I know I would love it, but I really.
Zach, you would love Heavenly Creatures.
You haven't seen even the Frighteners?
No.
Really?
Frighteners, Dead Alive. I haven't seen. I have such a respect for it. I've seen things about them. I've seen making of documentaries and stuff, so I know that they're really influential, but they're hard to get a hold of here.
Yeah, I found a copy of Dead Alive for $14 on eBay, but that's the cheapest I've ever seen it, honestly. Yeah. And just this movie, it has one of my favorite sequences. It's a giant sequence where they're in a foyer of a room. And it's basically this mansion in New Zealand, and the guy bursts through the door holding up a lawnmower up to right above his head, and he sees the room full of fucking zombies, they all turn around very much like a Michael Jackson music video. They all turn around in sequence, and then he just goes and does this wicked fucking smile and just goes to town on them with the lawnmower and just goes.
My favorite is he's slipping while he's doing it with the blood in the guts, and it's just really ridiculous.
And then the greaser literally the greaser basically becomes a lung and intestines with the asshole at the end. The asshole ends up being the mouth, and then the lungs are like the hands.
And it's a puppet, right?
Yeah. Yes,
oh my God, it's so glorious.
It's so stupid, but so good.
Okay, so Dead Alive, Rocky Horror, what's yours?
So I got around to watching, excuse me, 2 remakes. One One of them was not good. The other one was all right. It was decent. That was Child's Play. Have either of you seen the remake of Child's Play?
Yeah. It was fun.
I felt it.
I did not. That one was okay. It was like, eh. The one that I was like, this is a little bit better, but still I'm not sure if I like it more than the original was Pet Sematary.
I also saw that. Yeah, I feel that.
I have a special place for the original.
Look out for that road.
Yeah, exactly. That will forever be cemented in my brain. Look out for that road. That little freaking hillbilly accent.
They changed it though, like in
really did.
Spoilers. I'm sorry. It's the girl instead of the little boy. When the little boy like runs out into the road and is about to get hit by the truck, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's gonna be the little boy again. And then it's not the little boy. It's like psych. So it's also way more morbid. The ending is way more morbid in the
it was
remake.
It was pretty bleak.
Yeah,
it was more in tune with the actual novel. Yeah, but I like the original. It's campy cheese factor. It's Stephen King back in the 80s and 90s, where he was just cocained up and approved anything and everything.
Well, is that a thing? Was Stephen King just coked up?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he wrote it completely coked up, dude.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That was a movie that he directed. That tells you everything.
Okay, all right. So yeah, it's not that Pet Sematary was good, but I was pleasantly surprised. Child's Play, I was like, this is really not.
Oh, you see, I felt Child's Play. I liked the cast. I liked it.
It was fun. It's just It
was super weird hearing Mark Hamill voice this fucking doll.
Oh, I really liked what he did with that.
No. I'm not saying that he did a bad job. It's just so odd seeing Mark or hearing Mark Hamill.
He camouflaged pretty well, I think, with the role. He really did. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that it was Mark Hamill, I probably wouldn't have recognized his voice.
Well, and I'd listen to Mark Hamill do just about anything. I mean,
that man is so talented when it comes. Not that he's a bad actor, but his voice acting is incredible. Nah, he's not a bad actor. I wouldn't go that far. Shut up, Lewis.
Other than the Nazi poster boy, what other freaking movie was he good in?
Nazi poster boy. I can't nothing comes to mind at the moment. But I have seen him in a show.
Cock blocker. Come on.
Oh yeah, I forgot
that was the
about
only other role that he did that was good.
He did
live action, that is.
What's that show? I haven't seen it, but my girlfriend's been watching it. I've caught glimpses of it. We Came in the Shadows. Is that
What We Do in the Shadows?
What We Do in the Shadows. Thank you.
Yo, he's on What We Do in the Shadows?
Really? He does like a cameo in one of the episodes.
Oh, nice.
I love the movie. He's in the main cast. Yeah.
I haven't checked out the TV show.
No, he's definitely not the main cast, but
I love the movie. That movie was so good.
I love Taika Waititi. So
yeah, he's really funny and really talented. But I've caught glimpses of What We Do in the Shadows, and I'm like, this is pretty funny. It's I don't know how the movie is. Is it a mockumentary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I wonder if the movie's streaming anywhere.
It's not.
I don't think it is, because that was another one that was kind of hard to track down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys want to get into the movies?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Meat of it.
All right. Zach, are we doing? Wait. Before I do the little cutting up of the segments, Louis?
No. We're going right in.
Okay, cool. All right, Zach. So take
Cut
it away.
Right into the bone, bro.
Yeah,
right into the bone.
Seriously.
So I chose one. It's streaming now on Shudder.
Okay.
The horror streaming site.
Okay.
So I got the free trial of Shudder about earlier in the month because I wanted to show my brother the original Halloween. Weirdly, they only had the TV edit, so it keeps fading to black every 20 minutes. But still, I got to show him Halloween. But then I used the trial to watch the other stuff that they had there, and they had an original movie that just dropped that floored me. It's called Scare Me. Have either of you heard of it?
Oh,
no, I have not.
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
It is so interesting.
Really?
So it's done by, let me get his name. It's done by a College Humor guy.
Oh, okay.
Josh Rubin. He wrote it and directed it, and he's the main guy in it.
Okay.
I know I recognized him from somewhere. He's College Humor. It has him, and it has Aya Cash from You're the Worst and The Boys.
Okay.
Who I love.
The voice. The voice was so good.
And so it's there are two writers who are trapped in a cabin when the power goes out. She's a very successful horror writer. He's not, and to entertain each other, and they don't really get on. They're not like friends. They have a very contentious relationship, but to pass the time, she suggests that they tell each other scary stories to like exercise their brains.
Okay.
And so then it's, instead of becoming like a Treehouse of Horror style anthology, they just act out the stories themselves. So it's just a series of monologues.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
But like they use special effects and lighting and sound, but they never leave the room or change their costumes or pick up props. So like he'll be like, and he stabbed them, and like move his fist down, and you'll hear the sound of blood splattering and everything. And like it was so interesting. It also has Chris Redd later from SNL.
Nice.
As a pizza delivery guy. And it's just, you learn more about the characters through their stories and as it goes on, but it is mostly just a showcase for these two ridiculously versatile performances with Josh Rubin and Aya Cash. The description of it on Shudder was like two writers and they tell stories and then the stories come alive, and I was like, oh, so it's going to be like this, what they talked about becomes real, like a scary stories to tell in the dark kind of thing. But like, no, it meant like through their performance the stories might as well have happened. It is incredibly unconventional. It's really funny, and just really inventive. I really have never seen anything like it. So
it's like a horror comedy, or is it straight horror?
No, it's a horror comedy because it's funny, but it is suspenseful. Their stories are scary. It's just you don't see them. It's really something.
Okay, so literally the entire movie is them talking, like saying ghost stories, scary stories, but you don't see any of the...
Yes, you just see them acting them out.
Interesting. That actually sounds
awesome.
Pretty neat. Okay.
It really is. Especially to see it done in a movie, because like I would accept this as like a two-person play almost before I would expect it to be a movie, especially one that's gotten a release on a streaming site like that. So I was very surprised by it. And it does get legit scary toward the end. They drop the premise and it just becomes kind of horror toward the end. But for the most part, it is monologues, which is really interesting to see.
Okay.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Interesting.
Zach, have you ever seen The Man from Earth?
That's not the Bowie one, right?
No, not the Bowie one. That's a different one. But this one,
that's Man Who Fell to Earth. Sorry.
Yes,
I have not seen this one.
That, if you liked this movie, at least from the description, you're gonna fucking love this movie. It's one of those that kind of turns theology into something that could be real. Okay. And it's just one room. It's 5 characters, and it's 5 characters talking on a couch the whole movie. But holy shit, it's encapsulating.
Oh, the one that we watched?
Yes.
Okay, the one on Amazon? I think it's on Amazon.
I think it's on Amazon, actually. Yeah, so it's definitely an easy access one, and it's something that you could definitely check out. We did what do you call it? John Reed, Adam, and myself did a what do you call it?
What movie was it again? What's it called again? I'm sorry.
The Man from Earth.
Yes, that's the man.
I'm gonna check this out. This sounds really cool.
Yeah, we did a rare delicacy on it because it is one of those kind of.
We did also on the show too.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, at the beginning, I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?" And then towards the end, I was like, "This is incredible."
Right.
This is like legit incredible.
And it's imagine this. It's actually the writer from Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Okay.
So the original story creator for Star Trek, not Gene Roddenberry, but but it's the one that actually wrote the script and wrote the structure of the scripts and all that stuff.
Okay.
And dude, he's the one that actually did the concept design for the timeline for Next Gen.
Okay.
Right before it rolled out and all that stuff, but it's incredible, and it's one of those, like, if you like that kind of storytelling, it's definitely something that you'll really enjoy.
I will check that out because I really felt this. I really, Scare Me really. Again, I've not seen anything like that before, so it sounds this would make me happy seeing Man from Earth.
I love limited storytelling movies.
Yeah,
that's always fun
if it's done properly.
And with this guy being College Humor, the production value is like the production value of those sketches.
Yeah, true.
Like he knows what he's doing with editing tricks.
I don't think College Humor exists anymore, right?
No, it's shut down. They still put out like a couple videos every now and then, but mostly it's...
Yeah, I think they went... not that it went under. I think it was like bought by somebody or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, and they lost a ton of funding.
Yeah, that.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Which probably led to the creation of this movie, quite frankly.
Probably. He was probably like, I need money. Yeah. All right. So what do you give it? What's your rating of...
Oh, geez. I guess like a 9. Like, it really floored me.
Okay, I'm going to be watching that then.
All right.
Yeah, and Shudder is cool. It had like some really cool stuff on there. I got my not money's worth by canceling my subscription after 7 days.
Oh, come on, Zach.
Like, I have money.
Yeah, man. What if I understand. It's fine. How much is Shudder?
$5.
Is it $5?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I still understand, Zach. It's fine.
Yeah.
I am so
excited. Eat that money.
I'm so excited to meet Joe Bob Briggs in December. He's coming for Spooky Empire. And
are you serious? That's hilarious.
And I was like, I literally flipped my shit at work, mind you, because I got the alert because I'm part of the Facebook group, and all I got was like a little thing, and I go, oh, and everybody just looked at me, and I was like,
shit,
forgot where I was.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah.
How old is Joe Bob Briggs?
He has to be in his 60s, dude.
No, I'm going to say late. He's older than that. Let's find out, baby. Clickety clack. It's happening. You're right. He's he's 67 to be exact.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mid-60s. I mean,
Mid-60s.
That man is a freaking encyclopedia of information. Have you ever seen him, Zach?
I'm sure I have.
Have you ever seen Monster Vision? Any of that stuff? Like in the probably not because you're since you're younger than me.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it. But
Monster
have you heard
Vision,
of
Terror
Monster
Vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the host
Joe
of all
Bob
that
Briggs,
shit.
Yeah.
He was basically like a counterpart to Elvira.
Elvira, yeah.
Yeah. But it was all just movie trivia, which was fucking glorious because the man spits facts off like a freaking machine gun during these shows.
Yeah, he's like, da, 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 da.
It's literally, and he goes off on tangents, and he starts off on one thing and goes all the way off on another tangent.
Oh, that's got to be really exciting to see him live then.
Yeah, we've done for the show a main review of basically every so often they have like an event where on a Friday night it'll be like hypothetically 6 hours of like movies of just horror movies on Shudder,
and it's all
every
Shudder.
and every 20 minutes they'll cut to commercial break, and it's just him talking about just random facts about the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And Shudder has like, I think probably right now about 30 to 35 movies in their catalog that Joe Bob Briggs did commentary on.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's one of those that you could spend hours, and there's so many good movies because his movies are all tailored to what he likes and what he thinks is interesting to bring up.
I'm actually going through their catalog right now. So they have the original Halloween. I love how they skipped 2 and 3. Why?
Yeah, right?
Why?
The licensing issues. It's a different company that did it.
Yeah, I think
it was New Dimension did those.
Okay.
I know the Weinsteins get it at some point, and then it reverts back to Universal.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a good one that we reviewed also, Revenge. Do you remember that one, Lewis?
Yeah.
That's a Shudder exclusive about a girl that basically gets revenge on these people that fucked her over. It's really good.
Like Mayhem, the one with the guy from Walking Dead, the eyeball. The Chinese dude.
Oh.
I don't think he's Chinese. I think he's Korean, by the way. Jesus Christ. Steven Chen?
Yeah. Something like that.
No, Steven Young?
Yen?
Steven Young.
Ewan?
Steven Young.
Yeah.
Yoon, actually. No, yeah, Yoon.
Yoon? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, because he's in Sorry to Bother You.
No.
Yes. Yeah, he is.
I loved Sorry to Bother You.
But Mayhem it's a horror movie that he is the star of it, and that was actually fun. That was another Shudder original too. And
literally, I just came across it on Shudder right now. Mayhem. Interesting.
And they did the Creepshow remake.
I think there was one more that I watched on Shudder, but I want to make sure before I recommend it.
There's some fun ones on there, man.
There's some good ones.
All right, I'll just say it. I think it's on Shudder. Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. That shit was awesome.
That would also, again, like, I really got my money's worth watching stuff on this site. It's really worth it, especially during spoopy times.
Spoopy times, man. There's also I also watched the most horrible movie on the face of Earth on Shudder because of Lewis.
What movie?
And Joe Bob's did a what do you call it, commentary on that one too.
Fucking Christ, Cannibal Holocaust, dude.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh my god. Zach, I don't stop watching a movie a lot or like fast forward. I did that. I did both of those things in this movie. I was like, I can't do this anymore, dude. Once I saw
didn't make you watch Martyrs, okay?
Which was that one? Oh, don't make me watch it. I'm just saying, what is that?
It is considered one of the hardest watches ever.
Is that Lars von Trier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Brandon's seen Antichrist, the clit slicing sequence and the penile penetration.
Yep.
Dude, Lord, bro, that movie. Wait, Martyrs. What year did that come out?
It was probably 90s or 80s, something like that.
Martyrs, Lars von Trier.
I think it was Lars von Trier. I'm pretty sure it was.
Whatever, I can't spell.
Or the other one, Salo, or 100.
I've seen Salo. I've Salom is it Salom or
Salo?
The what is it? Sodom.
120 Days of Sodom. Yeah.
Dear fucking god, that movie is. Oh my.
These are rough rides, man. I brought up Dude Bro Party, and you guys were like, also, you can watch actual murders.
Yeah. Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?
I have seen enough of it, certainly.
Okay.
Oh, another
that's fine.
You enjoy is actually Zombies. I don't know if you ever seen that. It's fuck.
Is it literally Lucio Fulci?
Yes, it's Fucci's. It's one of Fucci's films, and this was like one of the original zombie films.
Yes.
That it's an underwater zombie sequence that is just fucking great, and it actually had real sharks.
Yeah, literally, the picture on like the backdrop in the Shudder page is the zombie underwater, and there's a shark right next to it. Oh, too good. See, I watched a lot of movies recently. I watched so I texted Lewis. I'm gonna get into what I'm reviewing, but I just wanted to bring this up. I texted Lewis. So I know this is probably sacrilegious to some people. I've never really watched the Universal monster movies or the Hammer films.
Oh,
sacrilege!
I know certain people will be like, "Fucking sacrilege."
If I was right behind you, I'd smack you across the head.
I just never. They're not easy access. Like, I don't think they're streaming anywhere.
You can find a lot of them on the
public. Is it public domain?
Yeah, archives. What's it called?
The Warner Archives.
Yeah, archives.org. Internet Archives.
And I know people are like, "Oh my god, there's so many movies." Like when I'm saying like I want to watch, like, of course, Dracula, with Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff as like Frankenstein, that kind of shit.
I went to a double feature once of Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and it blew me away. Those movies are beautiful.
They really are. There's something about just that cinematography style from the 50s is fucking beautiful, man.
And then, like, I want to see the Hammer films because that's when they get, like, gory and violent.
They get wild, yeah.
Yeah, they get wild, like, with Christopher Lee as, like, Dracula and shit. And it's just wild. It's wild times.
Winged Serpent is one of my favorite fucking movies of theirs. That giant serpent that's on the...
I don't think I've ever heard of that. Winged Serpent?
Yeah, it's on the... It's like a fucking giant bird attacks the Sears Tower.
Oh, my... What is this? What the fuck is this? All right, dude, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it is fucking epic.
I also today watched House on Haunted Hill from the 50s.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys ever seen that?
I have not.
You have not?
hell yeah.
It's super campy, but it's so good.
Oh, I love camp.
It's definitely very dated to the 50s, but I very much enjoyed it.
I did last year. I played Brad in the play version of Rocky Horror.
Okay.
And to do research for it, I watched through all the movies that are name checked in the opening number in science fiction double feature.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 20 movies that they sing about. And so I watched all of them. So I watched like Invisible Man and Dr. X and Day the Earth Stood Still and all this stuff. So like that, a lot of my context for that era of movies comes from last year, just binging through all of them.
Yeah, there's something I like going back to the horror, the Universal monster movies and the Hammer films. Like, there's just something, they have this style to them.
They really do.
Like nothing has ever, they've never been able to recreate it. And maybe it's
that low budget aspect where they really let their imaginations like just springboard. Dude.
Yeah, tonally, I felt that Shape of Water matched the like melancholic nature of those movies.
Yes.
In terms of being about like sad monster who is sad and isolative, and like country that's in turmoil, and like it hit a lot of the themes that those movies get.
Exactly.
Okay. But that's, I think, the most recent that I've seen that where I was like, "Ooh, this feels like a classic monster movie."
Lewis,
I ever saw was Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh,
yo, did you see it in 3D or
no? It was just a regular like VHS.
There's a 3D version of that.
Yeah, it was originally done in 3D.
What the?
That and It Came from Outer Space.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh,
most of those movies came out in 3D back then.
Yeah.
That was part of the craze. I don't know if you, Zach, have you ever seen Matinee?
No.
With John Goodman?
No, I know of it though. Yes.
Oh, you will fucking love that. It's basically like a rip on that kind of use of tropey movie going experiences and all that stuff, and it's fucking great, man.
Love it.
Lewis, you'd be proud. Since I brought it up the other day, I watched House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Satan! Dr. Satan!
Dude, it caught me so by surprise seeing a very young Chris Hardwick and a very young, what's the guy that plays Dwight on The Office?
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw both of them, I was like, God. And Chris Hardwick had like long hair and like looked chunkier than usual. I was like, what the fuck? This is really weird.
Dude, I fucking love that movie. That sequence with the run, rabbit, run.
It's super
fucking great, man.
So I'm not reviewing this, and I'm sorry that I'm like just talking about films. But
people don't want that on a podcast about films. How dare you?
Definitely, House of a Thousand Corpses is very like close to. Not close. I think it does it well where like it's definitely horror, but it's like gore and it's okay. What I'm saying is we've talked about like Hostel. I can't stand Hostel. I can't stand Eli Roth. I think that man
like
just
torture
does like
porn stuff.
Yeah, like torture porn. Like I'm just like
it has that, but it balances it well with
it has its moments where you're like, okay, this is kind of weird and rough. Specifically, like, and I noticed that Rob Zombie did like a couple of times where. Like when they show that they're killing Rainn Wilson, like he does this really like oversaturated, like grainy effect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you don't.
It's actually shot in Super 16. Most of it.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So you don't really see him getting murdered, and then then you see him like they've propped him up as like a fucking fish person.
Dude, one of my favorite sequences is that silence sequence where he's holding the gun up to the cop.
Oh yeah, and literally
stops. Music, everything, sound stops.
I legit thought that my like internet had gone out.
Broken, yeah.
I was like, yo, what's going on? And then you just hear and like
dude, that
hop fall
still
back.
To this day is one of my favorite movie going experiences because
and that was the old man from fucking from Saving Private Ryan.
Yep.
That's old. That's old Ryan.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it really is.
Oh yeah,
really
that was the dad.
Yeah, the dad the one that goes to find his daughter is the one that plays current day Ryan,
present day Private Ryan.
Present day Ryan.
I couldn't get into House of a Thousand Corpses. It was too much for me.
Interesting.
I don't really get on with Rob Zombie stuff.
I'm not a big Rob Zombie fan, but I like his Devil Rejects, Three from Hell,
that trilogy.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I am reviewing is totally on the opposite spectrum of what House of a Thousand Corpses is. Let's enter Fright Night.
Original or remake?
Original, bro. Original. Even though, funny enough, so this is the first time I've seen the original. I actually watched the remake in high school, not knowing that there was an original, not knowing that it was a remake.
Yeah.
And then, of course, later on in life, I found out that there was that was a remake, but I never got around to watching it. And it's streaming on Amazon, and also it's free on Pluto TV.
I am checking that the heck out because I have not seen either.
Ooh, really?
Yes. I almost saw the remake, and then I was like, oh, no, I should see the original first. And then I've never gotten around to it. So I will definitely get on that.
It's one of the few times I would say that the original and the remake are...
Yeah, I've heard really good things about both.
They're not on the same page. The original is still better, but, man, it does a close job of meeting up to it.
The remake is the one with Colin Farrell and...
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Pour one out.
Yeah, so... So basically, Fright Night is a horror comedy in the same vein as the movie that Zach reviewed, but you would think it's cheesy. Like, you know how like certain movies in the 80s have like really over the top acting and it's like super cheesy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the director Tom Holland, who I didn't know is also the director of Child's Play,
and is Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's Spider-Man, yes. And it's Spider-Man. I don't know how that man ages like a fine wine. He definitely wanted to go for a more like serious tone with Fright Night. Yes, it is still comedic and definitely over the top. The movie is about a fucking kid trying to kill his neighbor who's a fucking vampire. But that's what I liked about it. It was funny and over the top, of course, but at the same time, like, the acting was actually, like, pretty good. Like, it wasn't over the top or cheesy, and I was like...
I didn't think it was cheesy at all, honestly.
It's
I
not.
thought it was really
it's
good.
Not at all.
I see it equated a lot with American Werewolf. Would you say that that's accurate?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, the only cheesy aspect is, like, they meet a person that, like, basically plays... he's, like,
minus
on...
the effects.
Yeah. No, the effects aren't bad. Dude, they're practical
not to
effects
American. What do you call it? American Werewolf. Come on, American Werewolf. Those effects.
No. American Werewolf, like the transformation sequence is ridiculous.
That's
like,
untouchable. Yeah, I more meant in tone. I see them both brought up as like peak horror comedy.
Yeah. It's honestly like the only like kind of cheesy aspect of the film is that they meet a character who literally plays somebody on TV that played like Van Helsing.
Okay.
So he has this like, when I originally said welcome to Fright Night, the guy has that accent.
Oh, okay.
And he speaks really over the top and like, but I was honestly very, mind you, I don't remember the remake. I didn't remember what the fucking premise of this shit was. I was just like, I've heard good things about Fright Night, the original. Mm-hmm. So, and I love the fucking poster. The poster's dope.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you, with like the fucking face in the clouds or the
I
over
love
the
that
fucking house
thing,
and shit.
Man.
And the dude that plays the Vampiro, the main bad guy, he's suave. He's debonair, dude. Okay. I'm like, damn, you know how to play a good bad guy. So honestly, it's funny. I wouldn't say it's scary. I don't know, like. Lewis, would you say this movie's not scary at all? I know it's horror comedy.
It's not scary. Like, even like the most grotesque sequences in it are not. It's. I would say it's probably nowadays like very tame for audiences because the gore is very held back, and you can tell that they have sequences. There's moments where there is little gore sessions.
It's violent, yeah.
But not really. It's not gory. And it's not like grotesque, like that you feel like skin peeling or anything like that. Or it's not real gore.
Yeah, also, I've noticed I'm a sucker for like the boy that cried wolf kind of stories.
Okay.
Like this kid that knows like, yeah, exactly. This kid knows like literally to a T that his neighbor is a fucking vampire and nobody believes him. Everybody's like, nah, bro. Like, which of course any sane human being would be like, nah, you're full of shit. But I just love that shit when a kid is like in this universe, like this kid is just like an expert on this one thing and he knows like for a certain fact, but no one believes him. I'm about that.
Okay.
So honestly, the acting was really good. I know there's a sequel. Again, I'm pretty sure the sequel is probably terrible. Lewis, have you seen the sequel?
I've never seen the sequel actually.
Okay.
I didn't know that there was a sequel. I just knew that there was a remake, but
yeah, there's a sequel with the same cast from the original. Oh my lord, what just happened to my computer? My computer.
You're still here.
Cool, lit. So yeah,
what do you give it?
I give it an 8. It was very
Nice.
pleasantly. Dude, what the fuck is up on my screen? It's just black now.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
Died.
No, it's definitely not dead because you guys still hear me, but I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I give it an 8. It was pleasantly. I was pleasantly surprised, and yeah, it's streaming on Amazon, so it's definitely very accessible to everybody.
Word.
Yeah. All right, guys, welcome back for William's horrific review.
Oh. My spine is chilling.
I love how we're all like, ooh, and William's like, oh. Just like,
oh no, it was your horrific review.
Horrific! Wow. So what are you giving us, Fat Boy?
Yeah, man.
I'm coming at you with a good classic for once.
Wow,
is it the Mary-Kate and Ashley Halloween special?
Everybody loves, everybody has seen, everybody adores.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Stars Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Troll 2.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
No, I'm actually going to go with one of my original scary movies or horror movies that I watched as a kid, which definitely stuck with me for more ways than one. I saw it in black and white, and actually was dubbed in Italian, which makes it very interesting. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 1974 release of it.
The OG?
The OG, or OL, like Original Leatherface.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime Video, and it's free. The original Texas Chainsaw, or on Tubi, also.
Or maybe not Tubi.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh,
Waka
now
waka.
that they get it. I made this comment off air, and except for Zach, crickets. But now they're like,
because it was lame.
No, because I tuned you out. I'm sorry, and I wasn't really listening to you.
Wow.
All right, so William, what do you think? What is your review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I mean, it definitely opened the door for more in-your-face gore, I guess, or for me anyway, than they were able to before. Like you were talking off air about it. Like, it's a rated R movie, but they were trying to like not make it rated R, which I don't know how.
They're trying to get it to PG. Like, how does that make any sense?
What? Like, there's no way. Even by 70s standards, because in the 70s everything was okay.
Dude, there's a scene where he literally hangs up a girl on a meat hook, and
that's okay. That's an everyday thing.
In a PG movie, mind you, I know Jaws is rated PG, but still,
it's Texas. That's an everyday thing. Just another day in Texas.
He gets hooked.
It gets you hooked.
Oh.
That was a meaty joke.
Cue the drums.
All right.
But early.
Oh boy.
No.
So William, tell us the plot of this one.
Spawned how many movies? Just like not even just direct sequels, but remakes, reboots, redos, and it's a classic. Like when people list probably their top 20 scary movies of their that they love and that they watched. This has got to be on it, and if it's not, you are not a horror fan, and you need to go reevaluate your life.
I hate this movie.
You hate this movie?
I hate this movie.
That's why this is my segment and not yours.
Well, shut up. I want to hear
why do you hate the movie?
I've never been a fan of this movie. I've watched it twice to try to kind of grow an appreciation for it, see if maybe it was an age thing. I just never enjoyed it. I thought the plot was weak. I thought the effects were, campy.
But I'm sorry, who watches horror for plot? Like, honestly.
No, I know, and I get that. But then when you try to watch even the gore, you could tell that they toned it down drastically. And it just doesn't feel suspenseful.
But that's why then if you watch 2, the gore is definitely up a level.
Wait. Time out. I've only seen this movie once. Is this movie even gory? Because I don't remember it being gory.
Really not.
It's grisly. It's gritty. It's scuzzy. I wouldn't.
And that's the other thing. The grittiness of it. I don't know. I like certain type of B films and all that stuff, but you could tell this was trying to be an A film when it was like a C or a D film, and it just. I don't know. I just never enjoyed it, man.
It wasn't my cup of tea. The reboots?
I've tried watching the reboot.
The remakes?
I tried watching the reboot in I think early 2000s, was it?
Yeah, it's early 2000s.
The Michael Bay one?
Yeah. I don't think it was directed by Michael Bay, though. It was produced
by his company.
Yeah. I just call it the Michael Bay one because that's how I remember which one it is.
I mean, even that one was kind of like, all right.
But I do remember the scene that threw me off was like, that just felt like kind of weird and in your face and kind of like, I felt for the actress, like she was like legit, like not okay and uncomfortable. Was like the scene in the well, they're at the table and there's like a bunch of bones and just weird shit.
Oh, the dinner scene?
Yeah, and it's just like you could tell that the actress is like super fucking uncomfortable. And I don't know, man. It's just super fucking weird.
Like we were talking off air about how this is kind of comparable to the Rob Zombie movies and stuff like that, and House of a Thousand Corpses and all the sequels that came after it. Yeah. And I love House of a Thousand Corpses, and that is a better version of this.
I feel that House of a Thousand Corpses was actually kind of like, if you look at it, obviously there is an entire dinner scene in that movie as well, and yes. I wonder if that was...
for sure. He said it. He said it, that his biggest influence was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, okay. So that's why, like, sure. I was talking about it, like, off air, where it was like, whoever tuned in last week, my two options were Starship Troopers and House of a Thousand Corpses, because to me it resonates a lot from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But again, this is why this movie, the latter movie, is one of my favorites, because it has had not only an influence to do more of them, but an influence in future horror filmmakers, to where they're like, and we're not even talking about like spoofs that have come and parodies that have come of it. The
Town That Dreaded Sundown.
What is it, 1974? So we're looking at 46 years later, and it's still a part of pop culture. And there's always somebody at Halloween showing up in Leatherface. It's
and in video games and shit like that, like
he's one of the big slashers. So
like Resident Evil 7, if any of you have played that, like the Baker family is basically a creepy ass family in the middle of like a plantation. So it's like it's very much very similar to that. And so
what I personally like my into this movie is the like satirical edge that it has, like all the like the ways that it's commenting on so many different things in like American society at the time. It is a very 70s America kind of movie, and I dig that. That's my kind of thing.
My thing, I remember the characters just being not likable.
Yeah.
The people and the kids on the bus.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if a movie is a B horror film, I want to have fun with it. House of a Thousand Corpses, I remember so many lines. Like, I have so many memories to some of the things that happen in House of a Thousand. It's like, Dr. Satan, I say that all the time just for shits and giggles, because it's that iconic. And it's things like that really pop. When I watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm like, it doesn't have anything that really resonates with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing it, or maybe I'm just whatever.
No, I mean, like, it's one of those things like, when I say the movie's not bad, it's just not my cup of tea. Maybe that's all that it is, where it's like, it's not that bad of a movie, but it's just for you, Rob Zombie's version is, or his homage to it is what resonates better with you. And that's perfectly fine, but it doesn't take anything away from the movie and what it has done in the horror genre.
Exactly. And I definitely appreciate everything it has done because it has really spawned off so many iconic films. Like, we wouldn't have Houses of a Thousand Corpses if it wasn't for Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And I get that, for sure. And I give it a credit where it's due, but not my cup of tea.
It's a lot better. See, ladies and gentlemen, people can improve, people can get better. He hasn't said it's absolute shit in quite a few episodes. He's adopted the line of, it's not my cup of tea, which is completely fine and a lot better than,
this isn't complete
garbage.
Shit. It has its moments, it has its things, and I could see it, I could appreciate it for what it is. But, not my thing. Complete shit is some other movies.
And that's the tea.
I was okay with it. I just felt uncomfortable in a couple of the scenes. Like, it just felt a little too real.
Well, I'm sure that's what they meant it.
Well,
why they did
for sure.
It's supposed, like, this was the found footage film genre hadn't really found its footing yet.
Yeah.
So this was like kind of like the closest thing that they had, or that they came up with. I'm pretty sure that if they were able to do a found footage Texas Chainsaw Massacre well, that would definitely come out, like, be very disturbing.
Now, they do have a new one coming out. They just dropped the poster a little earlier. We're getting a 2021. We don't have a title yet, but 2021 Texas Chainsaw something.
Is it a remake?
I think it's Blumhouse, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Blumhouse.
Okay.
Is it a remake or is it like a sequel? Do we know anything about that?
No idea. We just have the poster acknowledges the first one. It says in 1974 horrors went down, and now
I think they're discontinuing. They're retconning the second one.
Oh, is it what they did with like Halloween?
With like Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, the new Halloween that it's like a direct sequel to the original or whatever.
Well, it worked with Halloween, so I
still have yet to see Halloween. Ironic because I love Halloween the original. I
really dig it.
It's well done. I enjoyed it. Really I liked it. I'm looking forward to the
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
The sequel that retconned. I don't even know how to call it anymore, but the next one that's coming out, I'm looking forward to it because, as always with Halloweens, they left it wide open for a sequel.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm glad, but
yeah. I think horror movie wise, what I'm looking forward to is Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser.
I may try and give Hellraiser a chance again. The only thing that sucks is like when it comes to like movies like that I know they have like how many sequels does Hellraiser have? Like 3, 4, something like that.
I think 5 or 6.
All right, 5 or 6. I like to be able to know that, okay, they're all on Netflix or they're all on Shudder, or so that I can. If I hate it when they're like, we have 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah, that.
And then it's like, who has 3? No one. Well, what the fuck?
I
have all of them
I just
on DVD.
went on a freaking hunt to find Halloween 3.
Oh my god, yes, I love that movie.
Love Halloween 3. They buried it so deep.
Oh yeah.
You
Really?
cannot find it anywhere.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I did not know that.
So I finally got like a crappy little DVD of it off eBay.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Dogma and stuff like that. Those movies are buried deep.
Yeah.
Really? Like there's like no like Blu-ray of
Dogma
of
does not
3?
exist on Blu-ray. And the DVD, if you try to buy it, it's like $150 on Amazon.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Am I sitting on that much money?
Dude, it's ridiculous.
So, William, what do you give Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
$7 on eBay.
How much?
$7 on eBay. $9, $7.
He was already on
bucks.
Damn.
FYE sells it for $20.
He got a real quick
on Dogma?
On Dogma. Just Google Dogma DVD and you got all these options. Like,
check if they have it in stock. Check if they have it on stock because I doubt that they do.
All right.
And if they do, it's just a single disc, not the double disc. The double disc, oh my god, it is awesome. Because you have like this little old lady, this Bible thumper old lady going, "You will burn in hell," in between each of the menu prompts.
Oh,
it's
my
glorious.
So FYE has one and it's used. But I mean, like, it's here I'm sitting, I'm like, oh my god, I'm sitting on a freaking like $200 DVD. It's like, nope, it's going for like $9 on eBay. Thanks,
William, rate the goddamn movie.
Texas Chainsaw Extravaganza.
I mean, I'd probably give it like a good 9 out of 10.
Damn.
Yeah, and I don't just like, it's not just for the movie, but again, like everything that we've talked about and everything that it spawned and that it did on pop culture in the future in the past 40 plus years. And here we are, we have another one coming out next year. Obviously, it did its proverbial damage on pop culture and the horror genre. So all of that combined and everything, I give it a good 9 out of 10.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a 7. It was okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. I definitely prefer other slashers. How about you boys?
I'd go
I'm
8.
not rating
I
it.
really admired it.
You really admire it? Okay. And
Yeah.
why aren't you rating it, Lewis?
Because it's not my cup of tea. It's not worth. I don't think my rating will be any value.
Is he taking the high road instead of giving it a fucking coveted 4?
Or oh my god, our boy's all full grown. I'm so proud.
All right, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Welcome to the newest, the greatest, the most spectacular in entertainment history. Put your hands together for the fabulous Feebles Variety Hour. I am going into Meet the fucking Feebles, Peter Jackson's masterpiece, other than Lord of the Rings, obviously. And this is better than any Jim Henson production. This is better than any of those Muppet crappy movies.
Damn!
That's
Shots
right. I'm
fired.
throwing some shade
How
at the
dare
Muppets.
you, sir.
Settle down, bud. Jesus.
So this is basically the dark side of puppeteering. This is looking at this child's TV show variety hour called Meet the Feebles. And it's basically these really, really grotesque looking puppets that are part of this world. And it's very much like Zootopia, where like the animals are like regular citizens and all that stuff.
Anthropomorphic or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it basically just follows the story of all these individuals that are part of this variety hour. And it's very entertaining because there is no holds bar. There's cocaine usage. There's random puppet sex. There's like really grotesque fly that simmers around in the pool of shit in the toilet once.
When you said puppet sex, I just had like a flashback to Team America.
I was going to say, it's either going to be Team America or Avenue Q. Like, there's no other.
There is like freaking BDSM moments in there. They're filming porn underneath the studio. And
the fuck is this, dude?
It is actually streaming on, I think it's Tubi for free.
Okay.
Oh my god, it is awesome. The rats are the producers of the show, and the producers are not only are they cocaine dealers, but they also produce porn at the bottom with the B cast of the show. And then one of the other characters, there's literally a walrus that is the main producer of the show. And the walrus this is one of my favorite sequences, is he's walking across like the set and all that stuff, and this little like I forgot what animal it was. It's like some kind of fish basically wants to say, oh, I want to pitch you this idea. So she starts doing this whole song and dance and all that stuff, and she's like, the walrus goes, let me look a little bit closer. Can you see something in my mouth? And then he literally just goes clunk and eats the fly.
So would you say this is horror?
Oh yeah. Oh, it totally is. It's grotesque as fuck. And I consider it horror because it really is. It's a lot of body horror that happens, and
it's off-putting.
It really is. It makes The Fly look like a PG movie. It's very grotesque, some of the sequences, and it's just, you could tell that the style is very off-putting for a reason, and it's making fun of all these like Muppet shows and all that stuff that came around in that time frame. This released in 1989. And it was still when he was in the New Zealand film market. So it wasn't him moving over to the English market. This was pretty, far back in his career. And it's a fun fucking movie, man. This is a roller coaster ride from beginning to end. And it's, just to give you an idea, one of the songs that they sing, sodomy, you make think it really odd of me, but I enjoy the act of sodomy. You may call me the wrath of God on me, but if you tried it, then you might agree, and then you enjoy the act of
What the fuck, dude?
And that is a rodent that is singing.
It's sick.
It's fucking great.
That's wonderful.
And oh my god, it's just funny. And basically the response that the walrus had to him was, I want that fudge packer eliminated. That's his response to that singing sequence.
What the fuck?
It's that kind of humor. It is very over the top, and you cannot take this movie serious by any stretch of the imagination.
What year did you say
honestly,
it was?
Huh?
What year did you say it was?
89.
89.
Yeah.
So this was pretty early in his career.
Yeah. I think Dead Alive was
84.
I want to say 84,
something like that.
Because
that's the first feature, right?
Bad Taste was 87.
Let's see.
And
what's this guy? I'm blanking on his name. What's his name again?
Peter Jackson.
And then Dead Alive came out in 92. Sorry.
Was it?
Yeah, Dead Alive was 92.
Huh.
So it was Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, and then Dead Alive.
Mm.
And they're all 2 years separated.
Can you give me his filmography? Yeah. Brain Dead is 92, yeah. So The Valley is technically his first movie. It's a short film.
Yeah, it's a short, which that doesn't count.
Yeah, and then Bad Taste is his first, feature-length film.
Which Bad Taste is fun, and it's streaming on Amazon, too. So if you haven't checked that out, it's definitely worth it. But Tubi is free, so if you want to watch this, I definitely recommend it. It's a free streaming network. You just got to bear with. I think it only had 2 ads in it the whole time. The ads are a little bit longer, but it just gives you a break to go to the bathroom and kind of get water and stuff like that. But it's definitely worth a watch. So you definitely will enjoy it if you like those Peter Jackson movies or those kind of gore-esque films.
Okay.
Definitely check it out.
Sounds good. All right. This is a weird show. Zach, do you want to plug anything before we wrap it up?
As always, my other show, A Cry for Help, A Cry number 4 Help. We have our Halloween election year spooktacular out for the month of October. We're going to have a November show coming up in November. And the musical that I'm directing is coming up soon as well. That should drop in December. So we're going to spend all of November working on that Gutenberg musical. So I'm staying busy.
Nice,
staying
man.
Busy, trying to stay sane in these weird times.
Very much.
So yeah, please also check out the Unknown podcast. It's a podcast with my fiance Naomi and myself, where we explore the unknown. If you're into conspiracy theories and mystical things and all that stuff,
I like you said mystical, like you were like mystical.
Mystical. You have to roll the TH.
Oh boy.
And then also obviously check out a podcast that we haven't touched a lot yet, but Cellar Door and Midnight Movie Nerds.
And probably stay tuned because we're probably going to be doing a episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor on Candlelit Blowjobs.
We are.
Yep. soon, whenever the hell Lewis and I decide to actually sit down and do that.
Exactly. And please, everybody, go out, enjoy your Halloween time. It's on a Saturday. You have extended hours because of daylight savings. If you're
is it rolling back?
Yeah,
the time is rolling back.
We get an extra hour.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, it's rolling back. So at 2, it'll become 1 again or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
like, yes, cool. All right.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, definitely enjoy your weekend, guys.
Be safe though.
Be safe.
You're wearing
a fucking mask already.
There's so much socially distanced Halloween stuff, at least around me, that's going on that I don't feel like anything was taken. I do feel like I'm still gonna get it. It's gonna be a great time.
And
awesome.
Grab some candy, guys. Grab some candy. Turn on that porch light. And if you don't feel comfortable giving out candy, throw the damn thing at the people. Practice your target shooting and throwing, or you could just get a little catapult or one of those little hand things that the grandma uses and give it out like that.
I saw a friend of mine built like a little slide for it.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Something. Do something. All right, give it to the dog, and then get the dog to give it to the people.
It definitely it sucks for us, but it definitely must suck for children when they want to go out and trick or treat and stuff. So. Yeah, man. You could take them out. There's definitely, like Zach was saying, there's some stuff, going around. Just be safe. Don't be stupid.
Just wear a mask.
Exactly. Wear a mask. And, before that, we're not spinning the wheel this week. No, we spun the wheel.
We got chick flicks last time.
Totally forgot about that. I erased it from my memory. I didn't. I just totally forgot.
Hey. We're gonna have fun with those chick flicks. Let me tell you.
Yeah. No. I'm fine with that. Do I plug our normal stuff or do I just?
Yeah, do it.
All right, cool.
Do it. I dare you, coward.
Dare you. As always, if you enjoyed our show, visit our sister site diversitygeek.org and our brother from another Mr. John over at YouTube at Narcotic Casserole. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you, Brandon. And let's thank the ghost of William.
Yeah, the ghost of William passed, even though it's more like Christmassy, but whatever.
It works.
Ooh. He'll be back next time. Yeah, it's fine. As always, cue the drums. Bye. We'll see you next time.
Spooky.
It better be spooky fucking drums, man.
Spooky. How do you do drums? You want Jamaican drums?
Ooh.